or hear the dog lip. Not Jack Black. Now can you hear me? I feel stupid. Also, not Jack Black, but thanks for the compliment. Oh, hello. Also, hello to the new faces. Hello Yuki, hello Tiny, hello Toto, hello person, yay. Ah. Oh my god. Work with me, Gimbal. So, I need to point out, today is going to be a slightly different kind of stream. Because you see, I have my food. I got some wonderful food today. Very specifically, something nice and yummy. From, what's it called? Subway. Pardon the mess in the kitchen, by the way. I am still kind of dealing with some weirdness. As well as dealing with the fact that I'm one of the only people currently in the house, and the other person is nocturnal. So, effectively, if he, leaves a dish somewhere, I'm usually the one that has to pick it up. And yes, I'm talking about Frost. Like, he is straight up nocturnal, and sometimes he forgets to clean the kitchen after he's used it. So, occasionally, I have to do it myself. Now, to be fair, I kind of do the same thing occasionally, and he's done the same for me, so. But, today, we're going to be doing something that some of you are going to find odd. And some of you will find fascinating. and some of you are going to think is absolutely bullshit. But honestly, regardless of what you think or how you see it or what have you, it's still going to be interesting. Hold on, I need to remove some beef jerky from a hole. And no, I'm not going to give context on what I mean by that statement. I'm just removing beef jerky from a hole. While trying not to let the hole slice my fingers open. All of this taken out of context would sound remarkably wrong. Your back pain is at a 7, my shoulder pain is at a 6, so... Like, you guys will notice through this stream that I keep my arm, like, right here a lot now. There's a reason for that, because if I were to use this arm to just do this, there would be pain. Did I kill the tiny with trying to pry meat out of holes? Just remember, it's all in how you squeeze the meat. So you guys are actually going to see a couple processes tonight that I do on a regular basis. And that is because I do not have enough of certain materials for what I'm making. And I will explain to you pretty much what I'm making as I'm making it. But, entirely because I can, I'm going to show you guys something. Something that most people will not know what the fuck it means until I've explained it. The reason behind that is most of you probably have never seen this machine in your life. I know this because a lot of the people I went to culinary arts fucking school with had never seen one. Now, if only I can find the box. There's the box. Where could it be? Okay, I have to clean the dirty one. I did some of this process earlier today. Hey, Ramon! This machine. Or more accurately, hey, Ramon, you got some gross soda? That machine. I know some of you know what this is. I know not all of you do. There we are. God damn it. There we are. Sure, Ramon. A woogle. So, there are a couple different things I need to cut today. One of the first ones, though, being the meat. So this. Now, for the record, this thing is about 4 pounds of meat. And, first things first. Doesn't smell bad, so that's good. However, that's disgusting. They left a fucking lymph node. By the way, for the records, lymph nodes don't taste good. That is kind of gross. Why would anybody make a cat piss drink? Oh, and yes, a meat cleaver could easily take off a human finger. Now, once again, yeah, it smells fine. Okay, I'm going to move this back up onto the tray. And since I'm going to be doing this with both of these, now bear in mind, only part of this is going to go into Sparky's food. But you're going to see how spoiled this fucking dog is. Also, nom the tiny face. By the way, I gotta point out one of this doggo's favorite treats, and I can't get it for him often because it's one of those cuts or one of those things that's a little more expensive around here, but he loves beef heart. Personally, I don't mind it myself. Why what, Tiny? Because I can. Nom. Happy Friday, Johnson. Nom. All right. Give me a sec. By the way, yes, I have a full sink right now. The reason I haven't put any of it in the dishwasher is because I'm waiting until after I'm done tonight to do dishes. Because I don't want to fill up the fucking sink after, after emptying the sink. Ah. Hey, man, you got to go down to Old Sack? Fucking lucky. Did you get to go down to the river? Ooh, even better. Did you go onto the ferry? Okay. So, that, by the way, is about 1.5 pounds, possibly 2 pounds of meat. I haven't weighed that particular bag. But whatever it is, I'm going to add at least another pound of meat to that and let that start cooking before anything else. But first, hold on. Apparently those things make a perfect stand. Apologies for the sink, by the way. But now you guys get to see what this machine does. First things first, because I know there's still some gunk in there. This is one of those things that people don't know about with this machine. Take a piece of bread, shove down in. Alright. So what this does is it helps get some of the actual, like, gunk out of the machine. Alright. Now, the first couple chunks that I put in there are going to go through weird. There we go. A little bit of the bread is going to wind up in his food, but that's okay. It's not going to be more than like an ounce or so. By the way, this is 100% how you wind up with hamburger. Or in this case, it's pork. By the way, breaking news. Local fox packs whole with meat. Well, local fox aardwolf Tara thing. You have to go on the history sightseeing cruise. Boy, you're lucky. Holy fuck. I've gone down to Old Sack a couple times in my life, but I've never really had the money to do anything down there except maybe go to the fucking candy store and grab like an ounce of candy. I am fucking dropping everything today. Plunge the hole and out comes the meat. Ooh. Yes, Sparkle Dog, I know. I know, you smell it. I know you heard some of it. Some of the packaging hit the floor. You're not getting any. Alright, so I'm going to let that keep going for a little while. Hey there, Naxos. Boy, you need to stop having bad days. Jesus fuck. Nearly conked out before the stream ended, or if memory serves, even started day before yesterday. Had a splitting fucking headache yesterday. Almost got run over today. Boy, you're batting a fucking 1,000. You're pulling a me. Okay. By the way, for the record, that 2 pieces of meat. That's what that makes. How many fucking hamburgers could you make out of this? That is up to here. Now, I know I usually go wild on the, like, spices. I mean, to each their own. I'm guessing it doesn't actually taste like cat piss if you are enjoying it. At least, God, I hope it doesn't actually taste like cat piss. Alright. So, boing. 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 So you're talking about a full pound per burger? Boy, that's not a big scale. That's stupid. Like, that is stupid scale. By the way, you guys are going to learn a weird thing about me today. Because I very much, I very much pamper my pets. Ooh, that does sound good. I very much pamper my pets. All of this. There we go. So you guys will know that I tend to, like, cook very well. I tend to cook a lot of things, too. I tend to go hog wild when it comes to, like, what's it called? What's the word? Hold on, I need to add some lard. Oh, right, I can't add lard. So, when it comes to cooking for dogs, you can't actually, you can't actually put things like salt or pepper or fucking even too much oil in it. Because all of those things are bad for dogs. So, today we're going to be doing a puppy recipe. And one of the things with doing a doggo recipe or a puppy recipe is the fact that I need to very much adjust the things that are going in it and make sure there's nothing like salt or herbs and spices. Well, correction. There are some herbs and spices that doggos can have. One of them is turmeric, but currently don't have any. Well, yeah, no, I figured it's just the name of it. It's kind of like the old zombie brains fucking, the old zombie brains, flavor of that. Like, there's an old soda called Zombie Brains that was, like, sour green apple with papaya, I think. It was really good. Kind of tropical. Really fruity. And by the way, for those who don't know, I have actually done extensive research and, like, study to be able to safely make my dog's food. Because most people don't know this, but there are a lot of things that you're not supposed to give to dogs. One of the most common ones that every fucking wine mom, tiny dog carrying Karen does. Most of them will give their dogs something like fucking garlic pills. Because garlic makes their coat nice and shiny. It also destroys their liver nearly instantly. It fucks up their digestive system. It makes it nearly impossible for them to reproduce blood cells. If they get cut, they wind up with something called hemophilia, which means the tiniest cut could lead to them bleeding to death because of garlic. Oh, and it can actually thin their blood so much that they'll start bleeding uncontrollably from every hole in their body if they've had too much of it. See, for doggos, things like garlic act as blood thinners. And if you have too many blood thinners, your blood gets so thin it starts coming out through your skin. So yeah. I've literally studied and made certain that I'm not going to be like poisoning the doggo or anything. Anywho, how is everybody? Oh, onion does more than just tear their stomach lining, it can poison them. Too much of it acts like arsenic. Garlic, nuts, onions. However, there's actually something that's really, really good for puppy stomachs. You know what that is? Grapes are evil. Like, for dogs, grapes are one of the worst things you could ever feed them. It's one of the easiest ways for them to die. However, as I said, there is one food that's actually really, really good for puppy stomachs, better than anything else. And most people would never believe it. It's pumpkin. Most dogs actually love pumpkin. Like, most people don't know that. Okay. That is a beautiful avocado. No, I'm not adding the avocado to his food. You might want to introduce Kidlet to a dog that isn't gigantic. I know a lot of small children aren't, like, fond of giant dogs. Because until they're used to the canine's size and their demeanor, a big dog to a small child can be fucking intimidating. I mean, shit, even Sparky's size is a little intimidating for some kids. And he's not big. Like, he's not in any way big. He's actually small for his breed. Okay. So. When I say all of the sweet potato goes in, I mean all of the sweet potato goes in. Get the fuck in there. Oh, god damn it. So, I just did a stupid. And yes, I'm going to salvage as much of the stupid that I've done as possible. So one of the big downsides for making this amount of food is, for those of you who know me well, you'll know that I physically can't control my strength sometimes. Like, one of the reasons why is because I have nerve damage in my wrists that makes it near impossible for me to fully regulate the pressure I'm putting out with my fucking hands. Like, I've broken pencils just by trying to write with them. Let's put it that way. And I don't mean broke the pencil lead off, or the graphite. I mean, I've literally snapped pencils in half just by trying to write with them. Okay, fuck you. Come here. And I know that's a weirdly terrifying thing to realize, too, is that somebody you know can't regulate their strength. Oh, they are typically amazing with kids. Most large breed dogs tend to be very, very gentle with children. But at the same time, I mean, who do you want to be more comfortable, the dog or the kid? Like, in that situation, you want to be absolutely certain that child is not going to feel any fear when, like, approaching an animal, because dogs vibe off of everyone else in the room. If somebody is afraid, they suddenly become skittish and afraid themselves. Even a Saint Bernard, if they're dealing with a kid that's going to freak out, they're usually not going to be calm. They're going to be not mean, but they're going to be fucking on edge the whole time. Zuki Zuki. Zuki Zuki. So, these are zucchini. one's going to be slightly smaller than the other ones. I don't know why my brain demanded a 3-cut. By the way, I found it funny as shit because I noticed something the other day. About the time I was, or not the other day, but the other week, about the time I was done streaming, Barley was getting done streaming too. Hey there, Jenga! Oh. By the way, for those unaware as to why I'm making what I'm making, somebody decided, like, before I even, like, set up the stream, to bring me food tonight. So, I already technically have my dinner. I'm not eating this. This is the dog food. And bear in mind, I will be, like, testing it because it's one of those, if I can't stomach it, the dog won't be able to. But I don't plan on, like, eating a bowl of the dog food. That's for the dog. Nah, instead I've got some Subway. Oh, and before you ask, yes, Sparky likes zucchini. Like, he'll straight devour this stuff. Okay. No, this one technically isn't for human consumption, but I mean, it is edible. Like, entirely. The whole point, though, is this one is actually meant for the dog. Oh, that tastes good. I'm not gonna lie, sweet potato, pork, and zucchini. That combination is just batshit good. Well, not batshit good. I'm batshit crazy. That's really fucking good. Sorry, my brain hasn't been working today. No, not at all. All of the food is human quality, human grade. I don't tend to feed my dogs. A couple of years ago, I kind of stopped, like, being okay with feeding my dog kibble. So I've been looking for alternatives, and really the only alternative is to cook their food. So in the last couple of months, I've been actually cooking my dog's food. Example. This is the same food I'm currently making him. The only difference right now is that there's basmati rice in it as well. So, like, that's what it looks like. And now he's sitting here knowing that I've got his food in hand, wondering, am I going to get fed again? Nah, sorry, bud. Woof. Oh, God, I hate how difficult these fucking things can be sometimes. Especially since my arm doesn't like to work right now. I'm aware of what he's eating. I'm aware of all the nutrients in his food. And I'm aware of the fact that I don't put anywhere near as much filler in the food that I give him that kibble would. Because most of the kibbles out there you're going to find, they start with cornmeal. Even the ones that say they don't have corn in them, it's still fucking, it's a lot of rice. Like, rice is usually the first labeled ingredient. In this case, I prefer to feed my doggo with actual proteins and put actual meat in his food. And give him things like zucchini and pumpkin and sweet potato as nutrient supplements, things like fiber to help his stomach. When that's not enough, there's actually a nutrient blend that I add to the food to add things like zinc, magnesium, copper, um, things that'll help his heart. By the way, hey Sparky, say hi. Oh, you don't know what to think, do you? Look up there. Wrong way. I mean, it already has made him healthier. He's down like 3 pounds from where he was when he was overweight. Um, he's already got a lot more energy. We've only been actively feeding him like this for the last month or two. But his health has been all around better. Oh, especially since we cut out chicken. He does like chicken, but it doesn't like him. Like, it makes him itchy. I say as I sit here itching my fucking arm. Orange stuff. And just because I can, I'm pouring my orange stuff into a bottle. Oh, apparently I poured some of the orange stuff on the floor. Oh well. I'm not that stupid. Oh, ooh. I mean, most of mine are between 3 and 4 ingredient. In this case, it's basmati rice, zucchini, pork, like ground pork, and sweet potato. And the only reason I add basmati rice is because it is a bulking agent, but it also is fiber. Or not fiber. It's a healthy starch. Like, it's one of the few starches dogs can have. They just can't have much of it. Thank you kindly, Tiny. We'll go. So, by the way, you guys will notice I hold things weird sometimes. Like, you can see the amount of pressure I'm putting on this. That's me gripping normally. And there's enough pressure that it's causing my hand to shake. Like, there's a reason I break my controllers occasionally, guys. There's a reason why I had to get a specialized controller with a specialized type of stick, so it didn't wind up with stick drift after 6 months. Iron grip. There it is. By the way, I'm just over here getting my food ready. Because tonight's dinner is going to be an interesting one. At least for me. Because it's not often that I get Subway. It used to be every week. But, I mean, ever since I started this series, the, like, weekly thing that me and my family used to do, I've been cooking every Friday. What's up, Jenga? What's with the upside down noggin? I got a roast chicken with garlic aioli, and Baja Chipotle. With a lot of peppers and nice veggies and goodies on it. Mostly peppers, though, and onions, because everybody that knows me knows I like hot food. Like, I like it hot. But to be honest, like, pepperoncinis and jalapenos, they're mild to me. Like, I can sit there and eat jalapenos no problem. It doesn't faze me. Like, sriracha for me is like ketchup. So. I mean, chicken is meat. Do you mean chicken or beef? Honestly, neither. I prefer pork. Like, understand, my diet consists mostly of chicken and pork. Pork being the vast majority of it. Beef I'll have as a steak or in a stir fry, but like, beef to me it's a simple meat. It's something that's not great on its own, I guess. Oh yeah, by the way, for the record, this is because I am out of this. And I've been trying to, like, cut down on the weed a little bit, but I still need something to smoke. I know, and that's kind of the thing. It's kind of sad because I understand the reason for it, but at the same time, it's actually a good meat to eat. It's just culturally, it's one of those things you guys are not allowed to. You know, it sucks as I hate these things. Yeah, no. I know that one, Tiny. That's one of the reasons too why I have to like sometimes grab chicken instead of pork. Is because it sets well, it sets fine with my stomach most times, but sometimes there will be like stretches of a couple days at a time where pork will just make my stomach hurt. I know when they're happening too because it's one of those. They are the days where I wake up feeling like I'm gonna throw up. Um, but yeah. So how is everybody out there? I know again this is a cooking show, right? Why are you out here on your porch fucking chatting with everybody? Dessert or desert? Sorry, my brain isn't processing which one of the two words that is. By the way, for the record, I've always had problems distinguishing dessert from desert. Oh, dessert. Um, that's hard to say. Like, I don't honestly know what the most famous dessert where I live is. Mostly because it varies from state to state. I mean, I know one of the things that California is fucking famous for is tiramisu. Oh shit, there's a smudge on my screen for a second. I thought there was a giant fucking bruise right there. Jesus. Yep. But yeah, no. California specifically, like San Francisco, their two best things that I've ever tried personally are tiramisu or this is going to sound really, really, really bad, but if you go to the gay district, there is a little place that sells the best fucking fudge you will ever fucking try. Like, these guys can pack more nuts into every fucking bite of this stuff. It's not even funny. Leave it to the gay guys to know how to pack fudge properly. Well, there, rich guy, you chocolate. What's up? I mean, how'd you fuck up, man? Because simply saying you fucked up is one thing, but you kind of got to name how. Atoms everywhere. Name a third world country and a car make for edit? I mean, no idea. I'm not good with cars, man. Kanafa I've had. Oh my god. I actually tried that this week. It was so fucking good. Like, I got to go to a buddy's house a couple days back, and he straight up makes the stuff. He was like making a batch of it. Um, his is a little different probably than yours though, because his had his added the red eye filter, like by a lot. I wasn't able to fucking stand. Like, I couldn't stand for very long, like 20 or 30 minutes after eating that stuff. Mostly because he put enough cannabis in it to fucking tranquilize a goddamn elephant. But, I mean, if it originated in Jordan, yay! Hot fudge sundaes are really good. Personally, though, I prefer a banana split. Like, when it comes to specialized ice cream, banana split any day of the week. Oh my god. How about you guys? Like, ignoring cultures, ignoring where you're from, what is your guys' favorite dessert? Oh, ooh, ice cream cakes are yummy. Oh man, I actually have a thing. Like I have a piece of equipment from way back when that is specifically made to make an ice cream filled cake. It's one of the old Betty Crocker press and fills. So what it is it's a dish that has a dome shape in the bottom, has a insert that goes on it, locks in place that has a dome in it. So it makes a dome shape inside a dome shaped cake that you can then fill with ice cream after you've frozen the cake. Then put another layer of cake over the top of that, and the whole thing just becomes a fucking perfectly filled ice cream cake. Yee. Ice cream cake and tres leches. Or tres leche. I have a better idea. So let's take the ice cream cake idea with like the filled ice cream cake, make it a like dark chocolate on the outside with tres leches ice cream in the center of it, with a like a bar going through the center of it of just tres leches ice cream around it, and then just a bar of like kind of a very mild, like very milky milk chocolate down the center. Ooh, I gotta make that one of these days now. Oh, and yes, I have the equipment to make the homemade fucking ice cream. I shit you not, I've made ice cream out of some of the weirdest things too. I've legitimately made pickle ice cream. It wasn't good. Like, if you like sweet pickles, it was fucking amazing. I don't like sweet pickles. One of my favorites, though, is Bordeaux cherry ice cream. Or cherry Bordeaux. Um, Reason being, if you make it homemade, if you make it right, you soak some cherries in brandy. Uh, Let them soak for like about a week. pulverize them, mix them into just a base vanilla ice cream. And you get one of the silkiest, like richest fucking ice creams you'll ever try. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Russians love their fucking chocolate, from what I've heard. Actually, so do most Slavic countries. Like, most Slavic-speaking countries. Um, I've got this one weird thing about where I live, though, because I can go, like, down south of where I live just a little ways, and you start finding places that sell some really, really interesting, like, food. Um, One of the things that I've tried, like, down south, it's kind of like hot chocolate, but it's not sweet. It's bitter chocolate, little tiny bit of sugar to mellow it out, but not to, like, make it sweet. It's to just cut the bitter taste. And then there's cardamom, red pepper, like red chilies, uh, and what's it called? I think it's black pepper or something like that. Uh, but it's all like boiled together and it's fucking amazing. Uh, Bon the hair. Did I search what? Ice cream cone shaped pound cake and caramel. Sounds pretty good. I have a very bad memory, so remind me? I mean, if you remind me what I was supposed to look up, I can actually go look it up right now. I have the ability. But yeah, no. I honestly I have a terrible memory, so if I did forget to look something up that you guys had asked me to, or that anybody had asked me to. Oh, did you want me to Google you or something? Yeah. I think I've had it before. I know I've had a couple different ice creams with fucking or not ice creams. Sorry, brain's on ice cream still. I've had a bunch of different cakes that are like doused in alcohol before served. One in particular that was effectively doused in alcohol, allowed to dry, and then served. They're pretty good. But yeah, give me just a second. I'm gonna go look up Bon the Hair. Oh god. Ooh. Give me a sec. I have to go check on the doggo food really quick, see if it's, nearly done. Oh no, it's nowhere near done. It is getting to the point though, where it's getting nice and soft. Everything is nice and ready. Everything is nice and ready. I need to add the rice. And apparently I am messy as fuck when it comes to peeling stuff, so that's a minor problem. Fuck! My gimbal died. Yay! So you managed to get yourself all nice and squeaky clean, and now you're not a musky husky. I swear to fuck, I hate these bags. Oh God. Oh why? Fuck it. Okay. So, I'm going to show you guys just how much rice is going into this. Because I'll tell you, it's not much. See? That's all. But that's going to get a bit of mixy-mixy. Mixes right in. You barely even know it's there until it starts to bulk up a little. Oh. Alright. So that has been given a mixy-mixy. I'm going to go into my room. Bring you guys with me. I'll go look at Bon the Hare. And then I'm going to get my charger for my gimbal. Because here in a minute, I'm going to go eat my food. But, let's go look up Bon the Hare first. Hey there, doggo. Here, by the way. So you guys can get a better look at the boyo. Hi. Are you being shy? You being a shy boy? I need to clean out underneath there. It's getting a little dirty. Speaking of dirty, boy, why are you licking my foot? I've been working outside all day. Why are you licking my feet? Do my dirty ass feet taste good? I do remember it, I just don't remember it by name. I actually have a recipe for it saved on my computer. I just don't know where it is. I will be able to find it fairly easily, though. Okay, so... Bon the Hare. Now, is this a person? Like, is this a person's username, or is this a character from a game? Because the only thing I'm currently seeing is a character from an analog horror series called The Walton Files. So, I've got to ask. I mean, this guy, right? He looks badass. In fact, he's from an analog horror series that I've never seen before. So, more importantly, dude, thanks for showing me another fucking analog horror series. I'm gonna go watch that later. Dude, I absolutely love analog horror. Always have. Like, one of my favorite fucking ones is the Mandela catalog. Ah. Ooh. Or fucking, what was it called? Meat Paradise or something? It's about these things that are effectively made of living meat. And I mean that in a weird way. Oh, and Dali MP3. You're talking about this guy, right? He's actually wearing something called a sarong. Or, more accurately, a very stylized sarong. This is actually the character Amon from one of my favorite book series. What's up, Bon the Hair? Just the quote, I have a gift for you, Caesar. Later, Jenga! Ooh! That is not a problem I have very often. It just fell out of the hole. Unable to think of seed ideas. Favorite drug? Weed. Like 100%. I've tried cocaine. I haven't tried heroin. I don't want to try heroin. I have rules on what I will and won't try. But I've tried coke. I've tried ecstasy. I've tried angel dust. Angel dust is never again. In fact, most of those are never again. I've tried most of these only ever once. I will say I still occasionally do shrooms, but that's like that's once every couple of years. And that's more for a medicinal thing than, to have fun. The doses I take are so low that it's just more of a your mind opens up in a way that that it's more receptive, but it doesn't like make you trip balls and see shit. But no, my drug of choice is always going to be weed. Oh. All I can say, by the way, is no spoilers. I kind of really want to look into that analog horror series because I don't know how how I haven't seen it yet. Like I search up and seek out analog horror. Like I fucking straight up started following things like the Mandela catalog before anyone even knew what the fuck it was. I actually watched this dude who is sort of an analog horror, sort of a weird kind of situation because all of his shit is like it's edited to rotoscope out every other person in the world except him. So what he does effectively makes it look like he's the only person left in the world. And the concept is he's effectively somehow uploading to the internet in this dimension, even though he is stuck in some kind of dimension where he's the only living person. Like everything happens that is happening in the real world, save for movement of cars. Like movie theaters still actually work. Places still open and close, but there's no other humans in his videos except him. Oh, you meant the fucking yeah, no. From the Mandela catalog, nah, preacher's fucking nuts. I will say this, like, some of my favorite ones though have been the smaller ones. Like there's this one that is effectively based on, the SCP Foundation, but it is a concept of a lone scientist who somehow winds up in a like SCP containment breach kind of situation, but with one of the most devastatingly evil SCPs that exists. And then again, in this series, this dude actually like interviews the SCP Abel and Cain. So it's a cross between analog horror and SCP, which I find fucking amazing. Also been reading the SCP Foundation stuff ever since I was a kid. Bah. I need to look back into the Mandela catalog and a couple of other analog horror series because I haven't watched like their more recent shit. There is this one series though that I've been watching that's kind of analog horror, kind of like it shows up like broadcasts, like emergency broadcasts on the TV. But what it's effectively talking about is this function, or not function, this situation in which there are a bunch of people who are suddenly not themselves. It starts with dogs just randomly staring out the door. Like, for literally hours, sometimes even days, sometimes even starving themselves to death, just staring out the door. No, I don't believe that's the one. Give me a sec, I'll actually look up the channel for it. The whole thing is infographic, by the way. Like, there's no... What's it called? There's no, like, found footage. There's no nothing like that. So it all looks like infographics that you would see on a... what's it called? Oh man, they haven't uploaded in a little while. Nah. No, I already know where the mimic in my house is. Don't worry about that one. It's called the Red Signal Archive. So, this channel. And, like, their stuff is insane. Like, here. Leave your school immediately. If you see this in your school, run. School staff are not human. It sees what you don't. If your dog won't walk through a doorway, don't carry it through. Your cats are not safe. Your cats are not safe. Please run. Like, I've been watching this channel now for about a year, and Jesus fuck, are they amazing. It's actually caught me a couple times. Like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night to one of these being on, and I won't lie, it fucking freaks me the hell out sometimes. As for the mimic, can you guess where it is? I'll give you a hint. If you've watched the channel before, you would know that cup isn't always there. And I never put cups up there as a habit. It just kind of appeared up there the other day. So like I said, I'm fairly certain I know where the mimic in this house is. Oh, man. But yeah, no. I've been a fan of analog horror ever since I was young, man. Back when analog horror was actually believable because it was back when VHS still had, like, some use to the world. Like, I shit you not. I actually found a quote-unquote found footage analog horror from back before the days of the internet. You know how rare those fucking things are? Oh, 100%. I've got a fucking search up for it already. Like, I looked up Bon the Hare, but, you know, the search results it gave me back, I haven't taken those off my computer. I'm going to be following those up tonight and starting watching the Walden Files. Ooh, the flashing lights part, thank you for the warning, because I am kind of epileptic. So it means I need to take my medication before I watch it. Oh, and I can't watch it while falling asleep. Like, I become very, very prone to seizures from flashing lights when I'm sleeping. No, when I'm trying to, like, when I'm falling asleep. So, that's a thing. As for it being sad, I mean, life in general is baseline sad. I'm kind of used to that. But that the analog horror series, the channel I just showed you guys, there is one particular series that they have that is about a group that goes camping and notices a fire off in the distance. And then they start noticing something really, really weird. Because when they go to explore, you know, who the people that are next to them are. Like, they want to know who's camping next to them because, I mean, hey, neighbors, the more the merrier. Until one of them looks into the clearing and realizes that he's looking at his group. Looking at himself. Oh, no worries. Cognito hazards don't fuck with me. But my life is a cognito hazard. Like, I 100% could tell you, like, horror stories from my actual life that you wouldn't believe. And I mean, you would literally not believe them. I've literally had shit happen in my life. Like, worst thing I've ever witnessed was one of my best friends. I was walking behind, just a little ways behind him, and little brother runs up with a shotgun and fucking pumps one into his head. Yeah. Like I said, cognito hazards don't bother me anymore. My life has been a giant cognito hazard. Either way. Oh. I mean, not much more open his mind could have been. His entire face was gone. I should point out, His brother wasn't using birdshot. He was using buck. I'm pretty certain my friend didn't even know what happened. He was gone before he hit the ground. Like, he didn't have a face. Like 100%, he didn't. His face was gone. You could literally see into his skull. It's kind of gross. Then again, it was also gross having parts of his fucking skull fragments on my shirt. I should probably stop talking about this because I can feel my body starting to vibrate. So I can feel like baseline panic attack about to start. So I'm gonna get off that topic. Either way, like analog horror wise, like nothing really bothers me where cognito hazards or where like oddities or what have you are concerned. They've never bothered me. All right. Now it is just a matter of letting this cook down. Release some of the liquid, or boil out some of the liquid. So nutrients will condense down into the water, and so the water can be soaked up. Problem is, this process takes several hours. This'll take another at least hour and a half to finish. So I'm gonna go eat. Because one of the things about these streams, again, is I like spending the end of these streams sharing a meal with you guys. Chatting about what we all had for dinner and, you know, just talking about life. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down at my table. I'm going to nom on my Subway, and before I do that, I'm actually going to go mix myself up another drink. There we are. So I got my food, but I don't have my drink yet. I'll be right back. Oh. Hey there, boyo. You are not allowed to steal my food. Oof. Excuse me. And there's one thing, by the way, that my food is missing. And that one thing is actually very important, because it is one of the healthy fats that I tend to incorporate into my diet fairly regularly. Can any of you guess what it is? I'll give you guys until I get back to the table to try and take a guess, because it is one of my favorite foods. Like, understand, it has to be on something, but it is one of my favorite foods. Like, hands fucking down. Straight up. It's... I eat this shit on everything. Well, maybe not everything, but I tend to have this with most of my sandwiches, most of my salads. And hell, I've even just had it straight up on toast. Although I will point out, having it on just straight up toast is kind of a cliche for people from my generation. So, and if you know anything about my generation, I just 100% gave you the answer. Oh, and for those who don't know how old I am, like what generation I'm from, I'm a millennial. I am actually just on the very edge of millennial from Gen Z, so technically I could be considered either. Or not Gen Z, Gen X. Personally, I don't like to associate with the millennial crowd because, well, let's face it, my generation was fucking crazy. They still fucking are. Let's give this another stir. There's my other mixy spoon. Because I am not putting zucchini in my drink. That would be unbelievably disgusting. Also, 100%, I wonder what Barley's doing right now. Because chances are he is fucking streaming, like, too, because I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I 100% would not be surprised if he's currently streaming. And if I'm being honest, I will point out, Barley is actually was actually the inspiration for the format I'm currently using for these streams. Like, I've watched him for a little while now, and it's one of those... I have been planning a cooking show for months before finding him. And it was one of those things of just... I don't want to do a typical cooking show. I wanted to find a niche or something that felt less clinical, I guess is the right word. And when I saw what Barley was doing, it's just one of those, cool. I think I'm going to try that. So, Barley, if by any chance you hear this or see this or what have you, fucking good on you, man. Your shit is absolutely amazing. Hey there, chicken nugget. Do I eat chicken nuggets? I mean, I do occasionally, but not very often. See, that's the thing. There's a reason I don't eat them as often anymore. That's because I have been helping take care of the nuggies. And eating chicken nuggets when you've got a bunch of sentient chicken nuggets. I mean, like chicks. Little chicks. Running around just doesn't feel right. So yeah, no, most of my diet's pork, man. I don't have a knife. And no, I'm not about to try to eat a fucking sub sandwich with a knife and fork. But I do need a knife for what I'm adding to my sandwich. By the way, if any of you thought or stated avocado for what it is that I was adding to my sandwich, you got it right. If you didn't, oh well. Oh. Sorry about the ASMR, especially since it went wrong. Like, desperately wrong. All right. Before I continue, you guys can still hear me properly, right? Come here, Doggo. You sparkle dog. Yeah, he's probably going to be sitting here the whole time begging. But, yeah, no, straight up. We're actually cooking his food over there. His puppy gets spoiled. Don't you? What? I know you're just staring at my food. Pull it out. Pull it out. You're not going to get any of my food, and you're not going to beg the whole time, bud. He knows I'm a sucker. One piece. Good boy. It's actually pork. It's pork with zucchini and a little bit of rice and sweet potato. Like I said, most of the meat I eat is pork. It's actually my favorite protein. Like turkey, I'll eat any day. In fact, what I'm currently eating has roast turkey breast. And actually, turkey and chickens aren't necessarily as closely related as you think. I will point this out. I am a fox. Like, fox aardwolf hybrid, so understand. It's a wonder that I don't eat chicken. Or more accurately, it's a wonder that I don't eat chicken more often. Because I will say this, I still occasionally eat it. Just nowhere near as much as pork.
It is a city fox's natural diet. Isn't it? And besides, it's only nature, right? I wouldn't eat you anyways. I have a rule. I don't eat anything that can talk or that has a sapient mind anymore. I can't say that I'd never eat something that has a sapient mind because I've legitimately eaten part of one of my friends. Although I think I've said that, I think I've told that story now at least twice on this channel. So I will nutshell it if you want to like know what it, like the whole story. A buddy of mine cooked up some of his skin at one point during a party. Cooked it like bacon, tastes a little bit like pork rind. So, the state I am in, if there is no casualty and if there's no casualty and I got avocado in my pants. If there's no casualty, meaning no one died, if it is consensual, cannibalism isn't technically illegal. It is very frowned upon. And bear this in mind, I also did this when I was like 22. But yeah, no, I ate part of one of my buddies. Nope, California. Think about it. We got the entire tech industry here. Did you think cannibalism was going to be fucking outlawed in a state where most of the higher ups eat babies? And by the way, for the record, I don't like my state very much, if you can't tell. Like, it used to be a beautiful state, don't get me wrong. It used to be a beautiful place. About 20 years ago, everybody started fucking it to death. Sing the praises of pork. 100% sing the praises of pork. If people want to tell you that they would rather eat chicken, give them a better alternative. Take care, man. Oh. Hi. You were still staring at me. Oh. But yeah, no, I actually have like 500,000. Well, not 500,000. That's an exaggeration. I have several stories from when I was a kid or when I was a young adult that are unbelievable in a lot of cases, but at the same time, I've got proof that they fucking happened. Like, I have people that will straight up sit there. One of these days, I got to get my buddy Tony, like, on stream and have him just sit here with me and, like, chatting. We'll talk about the old days when me and him did shit like we hitched or not hitched, but we tied a sofa to the back of his fucking buddy's truck, and like 3 people were sitting on the sofa going 60 down the highway. Like, I'm fairly certain we have a video of it. Then again, that was back when I was like 17, 16? Back when Jackass was still popular. Oh, and when it was still considered new. So. Oh. How is everybody out there? I know Chicken's been chatting a while. Who else is still with us? Ooh, also, hey, tiny thing, have you thought up any more seeds? If not, I got one for you. Beggy doggo. Because there's a beggy doggo down there. Hey, Chicken. If ever you get the chance, go to a dude named Barley the Burr. Like, he does a stream very similar to mine. Again, in fact, he was the kind of the what's the word? Oh my God, what's the word? Inspiration for this. So. The connection just flickered. Oh, don't worry. He's a gentle burr. He'd more than likely hug you rather than eat you. I mean, dying to a hug isn't a bad way to go, realistically. I think you would be more smothered, though, and less crushed. From what I've heard of him, dude's just a big old teddy bear. Be warned, though, if you go over to his stream, his microphone quality is... Actually, his microphone quality is technically phenomenal, but I mean, a company made a filter for his headset that makes it sound terrible. Entirely because when he started his channel, he was doing it on a microphone that was tinny as all hell. And everybody got to liking it so much. Like, everybody got so used to the sound of it that when he got a brand new, like, several $100 headset and it was crystal clear, they didn't like it. Like, they wanted it to be crackly and tinny. Kind of gave something to the, like, gave something to the feel of it, I guess. I doubt it. One-handed typing because Skittles in left hand. I hate to point out, I almost did a double take reading that, Tiny, because my brain parsed that as one-handed typing because of shittles in left hand. Mm. Yee. Actually, I'm curious now. Actually, really curious. We're gonna step away from the table for a moment. Because I'm curious now whether or not Barley's actually streaming. So we're gonna find out. Ugh. Nah, it does not look like he's currently live. No, he's not currently live. Oh, well. Anyways. But yeah, no. Boy was pretty much the inspiration for this series. So. Yee. There we are. My gimbal's being stupid. Okay. So I'm going to add the avocado to this other half of my sandwich. And then I'm going to put it away for breakfast. Also, I need to go adjust a thing because I promised a certain Tanuki friend of mine a sneak peek at tomorrow's video because he effectively helped me make it. More accurately, he helped me make the music for it. And I will say, he helped in an amazing way, too. Because, I'll be honest, I'm not good with the technical side of, like, mixing and mastering shit. I'm good as a vocalist. I'm good as, I'm good with recognizing sounds. I'm not good at making them sound good. But he kind of helped me learn some shit. And helped me with adjusting everything for the project that you guys are going to actually see tomorrow. So. There we go. You're watching me stream from Saudi Arabia. Cool. Oh. Yeah, by the way, holy Christ to anybody over on that side of the world right now, because, fuck, with everything that's been going on, I really hope you guys have been staying, like, safe. I don't hear much about what's going on, but last I've heard, like, I haven't updated myself on it. I really should be. But last I heard, like, there was a country over there that was, like, shelling everyone around them. Like, fucking allies, enemies, everyone. And Jesus Christ, I hope you all are safe. I really do. Hi, Jackie. Ooh. Yeah, Chicken, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm not as, like, up to date on it as I should be. It's because I live here in the U.S. So. There we go. Yeah, you came in towards the end of things. Like, we're about 20 minutes from, like, the actual end of stream. Or around 10 and 20 minutes out, somewhere around there. I actually just got done eating dinner, so I was effectively sending a message to our resident Tanuki. Because he helped me out with creating, like, a huge part of the project that you guys are going to see tomorrow. So I figured least I could do is give the boyo a sneak peek. Oh. Better check in. No. Oh, and don't worry. That's not an eat nom. That is just a playful nom. And no. Well, maybe this wasn't going to take as long as I thought. Oh, that might be why. I have the heat up higher than I should. I'm still getting used to this particular oven because, while it is gas, which is what I prefer, the knob only has, like, that much room. Doesn't turn all the way. It just... So it gets maybe that much fucking room between the light, or the pilot, and the off setting. So the whole thing's range is, like, only a quarter of the distance that the knob could turn. So finding the right temperature is really fucking hard. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys doggo time. I'll be right back. I need to pee. I returned. E is a Sparky. And you should see what we made for Sparky's food. Like, this was actually the main focus tonight. Hey, Jackie. It's a mighty tasty looking dog food, isn't it? Yee. It's a super simple recipe. It's designed to be good for doggo stomachs. It has everything they're going to need. It's got fiber to keep them regular. It's got nutrients to keep everything bound together properly. It's got nutrients to make him healthier, and it's got a lot of fucking meat. It's almost 3 pounds of pork. And just enough basmati rice to bind all of it. Rosemary from the Walton Files. I'll wind up seeing them eventually, so I'll let you know what to think. In fact, I'm probably going to be watching some of the Walton Files here when I hop off the stream, because, yay. Bah. Anyways, all on my chest. Uno momento. Because I know how I'm going to spend the rest of the night. Or at the very least, the rest of the night with y'all. I'm going to come out here. No, you're not coming out here with me, Sparky. Sorry about the... What's it called? Flashbang. Yeah, the lights we have out here are pretty insanely powerful. The light that I have out here is actually designed to light up the entire yard. So, floodlights. And I mean, it doesn't do the greatest job of it. But I mean, you guys can see more of the yard. Oh, by the way, somebody gave me succulents. Like, somebody straight up gave me a bunch of succulents. They're going to go in my garden. They're going to be a nice decoration. They're going to live alongside... They're going to live alongside my aloe plants. Happy fox noises. Happy tar noises. I mean, I shit you not. There is... It's funny you'd mention Skinwalker. Because I have literally the image of a Skinwalker in my fence. Like, I really, really wish I could show it to you properly. I have a picture of it somewhere. But there is a image, like, in the wood grain of my fence that looks like a fucking hieroglyphic image of a Skinwalker. I wish I could make that shit up. But... Then again, there's also a section of the fence where it looks like at a distance. If you look at it, you can see what looks like a lioness's face. Then again, I've also been one of those people that finds faces in literally everything. I've literally walked past a tree once and had that moment of, oh God, it feels like the tree's watching me, because I shit you not, it looked like there was a face in the tree. Turns out it was a knot, and it was a knot next to a burl and a weirdly growing branch. But like the way it looked to me, it looked like a face.
By the way, I know it's a bad habit, but oh well. It's better at current than what I could do. That, and I don't have to inhale this, so. Yep, cigar. Well, black and mild. Well, the wind fucked up my French inhale. Hey there, Jackie! No. Oh. Basswood Country creature might be out here. Boy. I'm sorry. All the creatures in this area know not to come near this house. There's a good reason. Like, understand. I scare the animals around this area. 100% I scare the animals around this area. I know this because I have one of those. I have a weird thing with animals. More often than not, they flee from me just by me coming anywhere near. Like, if I'm within sight, they will panic. Well, wild animals specifically, not dogs or cats. Cats actually kind of like me in a weird way. I have had 3 or 4 cats in my life total, and every single one of them just straight up would not leave me alone. Dogs tend to be my preferred pet, entirely because, well, one, they're loyal. 2, they can actually protect the house if I need help with that. Cartoon cat is coming. Eh. Oh well. See, realistically, the only animals in the world that I'm actually, like, fully afraid of are people. Well, of course, you're a Wusky. Nah, me and Siren Head are buddies. What are you talking about? By the way, blowing out that way is called a purge. It's something you're supposed to do with a cigar. Otherwise, the tobacco inside, if you don't smoke the whole thing, if you leave the smoke in there and it just let it stick back to the tobacco, it tastes gross. I mean, don't get me wrong, tobacco tastes fucking horrible regardless, but I mean, that's the funny thing. I don't like cigars. I don't like tobacco, but right now it's one of those things of I'm craving something, so I'm using the next best thing. You're gonna hide in my walls. Let me know if you meet any of the gremlins.
Long horse. Don't think I'm familiar with that one. Yeah, no, it's one of the reasons why you aren't supposed to ingest tobacco ever. Like, it can very much kill you. Like, understand, tobacco at one point, people used to distill it into poison. I wish that were a joke. It's not. We occasionally used to distill it into poison way back in the day. Then again, a lot of different things have been distilled into poison, and a lot of poisons have been distilled into things like cosmetics. Like, I shit you not, back in the Victorian era, women would drip like these special eye drops right here. They'd just barely get a little in their eye, and it would make their pupils go nice and wide. It would give that nice anime eye look. Because what they were putting in their eyes was fucking deadly nightshade. Like, I shit you not, it was belladonna. Like, almost pure belladonna. Something that if you get enough of it on your hands, it will kill you. And people used to drip it directly into their fucking eyes. And by the way, if you think I'm fibbing for this, if you think I'm lying, look it up. Nightshade eye drops. There used to be a bunch of cosmetics back in the day that were straight up toxic. Yep. Yeah, no, the belladonna eye drops were only for the classy ladies, though. If you want to know the real reason people didn't live past their 30s, Victorian homes, like Victorian people, really liked green. It was a color of prestige and wealth. And the shit they painted the insides of our house with would shed. Straight up shed arsenic into the air. Like, you'd be in your house and you'd start, it perfectly fine, nothing's wrong. You'd start getting woozy. And you'd wonder why. So you'd think, a cup of coffee. You'd think nothing of it right up until you're starting to throw up fucking blood and passing out and upchucking parts of your insides and eventually dying. All because somebody decided to paint their walls green. I can't sit like that anymore, apparently. At least not at the moment, not until my shoulder gets dealt with, which, by the way, I'm still waiting for a message or a call or something from the specialist that my doctor was supposed to set me up with, but they said it could take up to 2 weeks, so. Meanwhile, I've been here with effectively a crippled arm that I can only do, like, bare minimum tasks with, and it's my dominant arm. Yeah, kind of. Like, Gen X and boomers with lead paint was fucking nuts. Yep. It's one of the reasons why Mad as a Hatter was a phrase. They would use mercury in the creation of their hats, and they would be exposed to so much of it that it would start literally showing up. Like, if you had somebody that practiced hattery from way back in the day, if you could test their, like, brain tissue, you would find mercury in their brain. Like, there was so much of it that they would use that it would actually permeate every part of them. That it would be in their blood, in their brain tissue, in their bones. And mercury poisoning drives you insane. Like, it straight up fucks your day. Drives you completely insane. which, by the way, lends a little bit of credence to the character of the Mad Hatter, because, believe it or not, being mad as a Hatter was literally a thing because of mercury poisoning. Yeah, no, seriously. So when I was a little kid, I was fascinated with stars. Still am. I'm fascinated with the universe around us. Always have been. But when I was a little kid, we painted my wall like a night sky at one point and put up a bunch of these fucking glowing stars. Before we moved out of that condo that we were in that had that room, a buddy of mine brought a Geiger counter into that room. Because of those glowing stars, there was a baseline radiation level in that room high enough to cause the Geiger counter to actually tick. So between the ages of 8 and 14, I was effectively in a room with a bunch of radiation. Well, not a bunch of it, but enough radiation that it was noticeable. Probably explains a couple things. Yeah, no, I can't. Like, I can't sit like that. It feels like it's pulling my shoulder. But one of the things that most people don't know is there used to be something called radium paint that was fairly literally a paint base, just clear like paint, that was radioactive. And the people that used it for like painting the little glow in the dark pieces on watches or like painting glow in the dark stars, the people that did that, like, they would do something with their brush. So to get their brush nice and thin, they would do this. With radioactive paint on the brush. Over 100 women contracted radiation poisoning. All because of the paint they were using. But because they didn't know it was the paint, one of the reasons they kept dying so quickly is because these women would paint on their skin. Like, they would literally paint this stuff onto their skin for the sake of glow in the dark skin. They would go like home to their husbands and go, "Look, it's so pretty." I have a watch from back then. Like, I have one of my great grandfather's watches, like pocket watch. I have to keep it in a not glass, but I have to keep it in a reinforced case because of how much radiation it gives off. Oh yeah, no, I have some radioactive glass too. So uranium glass. I actually had a cup for a while that was uranium glass. Never used it. 100% the person who gave it to me told me straight up, never use it. However, I found out something fucking amazing about uranium glass. If you put it under a fogger and in a still chamber, so like no like air movement whatsoever, you can literally see tiny particles flying around inside the cup, just bouncing off the walls. That's radiation. Like, those are actual, like, those are radioactive rays. It's badass to look at, but at the same time, exposing yourself to that is nuts. Yeah. Anyways, it is actually past time that I usually end these streams, and I didn't sleep very well last night, so I am going to hop off here. And I'm going to probably take a shower and head to bed. Although I might hop on Xbox a little bit, chat with some friends before then, but anyways, this is where we're going to leave off. So, if you enjoy this series and want to see more, give us a like. If you want to become part of our notification squad, if you want to become part of our notification squad, ring the bell so you can see when we upload and when we go live. But for now, this is Kitthesoulless signing off. So until next time, everybody. Bye-bye. No. Nom noggins. Night Ramon. Night Jackie. Night Tiny. Oh. Good night, Johnson. Good night, Jackie. If you hide in the walls, there's one thing you need to do. Occasionally, you need to come out and give me a hug. Consider it rent for living in my walls. Anyways. Night, y'all. Them. I missed.